some news stories for you. Today's first video. In two previous videos, we reported the ongoing claim by Amhara state-backed news sources that many mass graves and concentration camps had been uncovered in Wolkait by a research team of Gonda University. TPLF government of EPRDF era is being blamed for genocide of Amharas whose graves are being uncovered. Now, Getachew Reda has spoken about the claims of Amhara news sources, state-backed news sources. Secondly, viewers, we have a new story from Addis Ababa Lemi Kura district of Addis Ababa, where some Muslim students were arrested a few hours ago. Their parents came, they were also arrested, and police fired upon the parents too, reportedly. Thirdly, Baldiras party members, several dozen were arrested more than a month ago. They were arrested after Adwa and Karamara celebrations held in Addis Ababa. Some of them have been released. Lastly, Oromia regional government a few hours ago released a statement in which it lashed out at some groups in the Amhara region. We know that I think 3 days ago, in confrontation between forces and militias of Oromia and Amhara regions, several security officials of the Oromia region were killed. After that, we saw a statement of Oromia region government. That statement was very mature. It called for unity between Amharas and Oromos. It did not put any blame on a particular group. But the statement issued a few hours ago, it is openly accusing some factions in the Amhara region. What is this statement indicating? Firstly, viewers, we reported about some claims being made by Amhara government-backed news sources, which are saying that a Gonda University team, a research team, has uncovered several mass graves and concentration camps in Wolkait, also called Western Tigray by Tigrayans. And news sources say that these are mass graves of Amharas who were allegedly killed by TPLF government when TPLF was part of EPRDF alliance. Amharas residing in the area, they were pushed out of this area or they were killed and buried in mass graves. And they were kept at concentration camps for months and years. Now, Getachew Reda has responded to these claims of Amhara regional government-backed news sources. Getachew Reda says that we have been saying Tigrayans are being killed by Amhara forces in Western Tigray. Since November 2020, the area, Humra, Wolkait, Sagade, it has been under the control of Amhara forces. Eritreans have also been deployed here. Getachew Reda says that the evidence of the genocide of Tigrayans is being destroyed. It is actually genocide of Tigrayans which was committed in Wolkait in the past 1 year or so. But by digging out the graves, genocide is the evidence of the genocide, it is being destroyed, firstly. Secondly, he says that poorly written dramas are being staged by Amhara government in Wolkait by showing these graves as the graves of Amharas. And thirdly, he says that an inquiry, independent inquiry, will find the evidence of the genocide of Tigrayans committed in this zone. So you see, Tigray says genocide of Tigrayans was being committed here in the past 1 year or so. And these are mass graves of Tigrayans. Amhara region says that TPLF-led EPRDF alliance, which ruled Ethiopia for around 2 decades, it committed genocide of Amharas in this zone. These are mass graves of Amharas. How will the truth come out? Obviously through a neutral, independent investigation, which does not seem possible in the present situation. Both sides will not agree to a mechanism of investigation, free and independent investigation. Though Tigray has been agreeing to national investigations, but we saw that Ethiopian government rejected such investigations in the past. Even now, the UN Human Rights Council's commission is due to start its work in Ethiopia to uncover atrocities committed in Tigray, Amhara and Afar. But so far, Ethiopian government has not given access to this commission to come to Ethiopia and start its work. Secondly, we have a new story from Addis Ababa Lemi Kura district. Getachew Reda school. School was the place where students prayed, Muslim students who were fasting. As we know that Ramadan, holy month of Muslims, is underway. And reportedly fasting students, they prayed in the school. They were not allowed to pray. Police intervened and police arrested several students, male and female. They were taken to a police station yesterday. Their parents arrived who went to the police station, but police fired upon the parents. Some aerial shots were fired too. No one was luckily injured. Parents were also arrested. Several parents, several students, they remained in custody in a police station, but they have been released now. The matter has been resolved. Yesterday we reported about conflict between Protestant and Orthodox community members in Addis Ababa and the religious conflict, but it has been resolved peacefully. It shouldn't have happened though. Thirdly, viewers, we have a new story about the release of Baldiras party members, Baldiras party of Skandar Naga, which was very active during Adwa celebrations and controversial Karamara celebrations. The party members were arrested, several dozen were arrested. Skandar Naga was also arrested, but later he was released. Now some party members have been released after a month of imprisonments. 4 female party members have been released. The names are Mahlet Eshito, Miaza Tadase, Lydia Ababe and Sosna Ficado. The 4 female members of the party have been released, and male members could also be released in coming hours reportedly. Skandar Naga has limited his public activities. We have seen after this crackdown from Addis Ababa government, we have not seen much of Skandar Naga in public. Otherwise, after his release, on daily basis, he was in public. He was seen visiting IDPs, visiting prisoners, visiting journalists. He met with Fano leaders. He went to Afar. He protested. So we saw him on the road on daily basis. But after the crackdown on his party members more than a month ago, after Adwa celebration, he seems to have decreased his public activities. Why is that? Maybe he has understood that he'll have to pull a few punches. Otherwise, he might be back where he was a few months ago. Lastly, viewers, Oromia regional government has released a statement, very strong statement. Some groups, some institutions of the Amhara region have been targeted by Oromia government in this statement. The statement has come in the background of an incident which happened a few days ago in a confrontation between militias and forces from Oromia and Amhara regions. On Amhara-Oromia border, several Oromia security officials were killed in Manjar-Shankora, in Fintale. This confrontation happened. After the confrontation, Oromia government issued a statement, a previous statement. That statement did not accuse any group in the Amhara region. But this statement, which has come a few hours ago, it is openly accusing some factions in the Amhara region. The statement says that the biggest threat to Ethiopia is extremism, and some extremist groups are operating in the name of Amhara region, and these groups entered Oromia region. Which are the extremist groups operating in Amhara which enter Oromia? I think Oromia regional government is talking about Fano. It's not naming Fano, but it is definitely saying that Fano extremist militia entered Oromia and it is involved in the killing of Oromia security officials. Secondly, the statement is accusing Amhara state media of spreading hate. A direct accusation from Oromia regional government that Amhara state-backed media is fueling conflicts, it's spreading hate. The statement condemns OLA and Voine. It is written in the statement Voine and Shene, the two terms which are used by anti-Tigray and anti-OLA elements. The statement says that Oromia government is fighting terrorist Shene and Voine, and Voine want to create divisions between Amhara and Oromo people. Well, this is not the conspiracy of Tigray. It's not the conspiracy of OLA. What happened in Manjar-Shankora, in Fintale, I don't think that TPLF, Tigray government has anything to do with it. Similarly, OLA has no role in the conflict which happened in Fintale and Manjar-Shankora. It was purely a conflict between Oromia and Amhara regional government, their militias, their forces, related to border issue, which are several border issues pending between Amhara and Oromia regions. So it would be a bit unfair to blame TPLF or OLA for this thing which happened in Manjar-Shankora and Fintale. Thanks for watching.